Alright, let's see if we got a good connection, if we can even do this tonight. And we got a little quest update while we were waiting for Valerian ready for me. Okay, connection says excellent again, but that means nothing. I know from you guys that it's working alright. It's all good, Miko. Seems okay. Alright. The worst part about it all is, and again, why I wish there was just a quick reboot stream option where it would just like do a please stand by thing. As you know, half people who are watching are just going to be like, yeah, I'm out. I'm going to do something else. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I think I know what it was. I have a conspiracy theory about Windows updates. I think that when you have a pending Windows update that you keep declining, that it intentionally like just messes with your whole system, just destabilizes you, starts sucking up resources or something. I don't know what it is. I feel like every time I have a Windows update that I've declined, I get nonsense happening over the next few days. All right, let's try this again. We'll go ahead and hit record. Actually, you know what I need to do? I need to rename my other video, or I'm going to be very confused next week when I go to organize my recordings. I'm like, why is this named like this? Alright, let's sort by date. We'll name the earlier one part 1, and this will hopefully be part 2. Windows are bitchy about their updates, like dealing with a dog wanting food. Yeah, it's irritating with the pop-ups, but also just I think it's just, I don't know. My internet connection starts being funky. It's very odd. Cat nerd needing to figure out how to integrate your 2 creations into the Gate to Sovngarde collection. So, is Gate to Sovngarde, is that the one run by J Serpa? Because we know what the issue is with his, and it's that he's deleted a bunch of nav meshes, and then that causes a problem with our new dungeons. I think it's primarily the one. I think the only issue is it prevents you from taking companions to dungeons, but it also might cause problems with our characters we need showing up there. But I'm betting that we did a bunch of teleport scripts for that. So yeah, it's J Serpa's. Yeah, we're aware of that one, and it's because he's got deleted nav mesh patches. We've talked about this on our team about trying to sort it out, and we may actually have a patch available that you could try out if you are asked on our Discord on our Discord. If you want to ping Imperial Sympathizers, is your name on our Discord. He might have a patch. Ask him if he's got a patch for you. He might be able to share that with you. I can't remember if he made a patch or if he just said he knows how to fix it, but we need Jay to fix it on his end. I don't recall. It's all stuff like I don't fully understand what the problem is. So I don't have it memorized what the issue is, but I do remember it's J Serpa's mod list has some deleted nav meshes, and that causes an issue for some of our stuff. Hey, welcome back, Captain. All right, I'm gonna hit record. We're gonna try and go forward. If you guys start seeing like awful connection issues again, we'll probably just call it for the night. Aaron is Buddha, followed over on Twitch. Unfortunately, we're not streaming to Twitch right now because I think that might have been part of my issue. Maybe it's just the Windows update issue, but for now we're gonna just assume that I can only stream to YouTube because I didn't get any warnings about YouTube when I turned on Streamlabs today. Alright, let's go in. So we actually have I was going to do Sledgrig, but I really, really want to finish all of Valerine's stuff before we do the main quest, because it would be very anticlimactic if I did all of Sledrig's quest line on camera and then switched over to working on Valerine's stuff. Same thing with any of the content. Like I feel like ending on Sledrig's quest line is the way to be. Wrong room. Oh, we got to wake her up again. It's the middle of the night, but we're here.
Yes.
For our emissary work. We take our job very seriously.
It shouldn't come as a surprise to you that we're not the only ones who traded information. One such competitor is Dunmer, by the name of Surond Novon. He is a persistent thorn in our side, and one that I would like to see discredited. And so this time, I will be the client. But this contract will be a little different, for I wish to see if you can create some intentional disorder. While Surond is busy trying to collect intelligence, I want you to extract a negative reaction from him. Yes, that should elicit the desired outcome. So, ready to sow some discord?
Indeed.
Thankfully, Norland, the guard you recruited, has proved most useful in tracking Surond's comings and goings. So I'm sure he'd have more information he could share, if you don't mind handing over a little gold. Excellent. Surond's known to be monitoring certain clandestine meetings at the Four Shields Tavern in Dragonbridge. Without being too overt, I want you to make him draw attention to himself. And by that, I mean no violence. I want to see him embarrassed and discredited, not dismembered. You have your task. Report back when you're done.
Yeah, let's go mess with him. Excuse me, Lydia.
What's
Thank
the
you.
hurry?
little shoulder sprint. Ken had been watching Gopher's Bard's College playthrough, which is what sold me on the creation. Yeah, his playthrough's so fun. The way he RPs Leonard is amazing. He just gets into it. I like that he takes the time to think through all the options, dialogue options as his character. And when it gets dark out, he goes back to one of his homes and has little conversations with his companion. It's great. It's very enjoyable. And I like how, for his character, a lot of the stuff we give is not useful for him. Like I saw in his last episode, we give him a sword and he's just like, because he uses a dagger all the time. So even though the sword can be perfectly serviceable for some builds, he's just, because I think a lot of other people wouldn't want to offend the mod author, but he's just staying in character. And I was like, please do. Go. I don't care if you offend. It's just keep your character on point.
Hello. What can I do for you? Sorry, but my information has a price. That was the deal I struck with your mistress. Much better, thank you. My family have full bellies. I have boots that don't leak, and a good supply of mead. What more could a Nord wish for? All this from but a few little chats about folks that aren't even worth worrying about. Sounds good to me. Surond? Sure, I know him. He comes and goes, passes through the gate a lot. So we reckon he's a spy or something. Our captain told us to leave him be, so they must think he's all right. Me? I'm not so sure. That's why I told you folks about him. That dark elf speaks all soft-like. Doesn't like it when we draw attention to him. Course, that means some of us do it anyway. If you want to mess with him, just speak real loud and act all friendly. He hates that. It's always good for a laugh. Anyway, I hope that helps, but I need to get back to duty.
Okay, thanks, Norland. Appreciate you. All right, let's pop over because we grabbed that map marker for a quick little. Bloop.
Can't wait to gut one of those rebels.
Whoa. Aggressive, buddy. Oh, there's our
Respect the law, and you'll have no trouble in Dragon.
Away.
I don't know if you're supposed to just call him. I feel like my instinct to do with this quest, I don't actually know what's correct, is heartening and dramatic seem like the most likely. And I feel like I don't want to overtly just call him a spy. I just want to get just be loud and draw attention to him. So I'm going to try that.
I am not your friend. I don't even know you. Now leave me. Wait, I recognize you. You're from the Bard's College.
Bard, I am in care for a song, dear sir. You're some sort of spy. Yeah, this one feels like it's not overt, but it's still going to draw attention because it's loud and obnoxious.
You have the wrong person. I don't know what you're talking about. Go away.
No shame in taking prize on work. Toast to you. Ooh, we spying upon. Yeah, see, that feels like too much. Yeah, let's go with this one.
Look, I don't know what you want, but now is not the time. I am busy.
I bet those you watch have no idea.
Don't look directly at him. Please, just stop. Drake, your damn mouth's revealed me. And thanks to your incessant prattle, I've heard nothing of their plans. My targets leave knowing my face, and I leave knowing nothing but the treachery of bards. Curses on your whole college! If I never see your face again, it will be too soon.
Bye, Surond. Alright, I feel like, yeah, we got a novice here. Ooh, what do we got? Is this a dark elf? No, it's an orc. Alright. Come here, talk to me.
Ready for a duel? I've been care to wager? 25 septims seems a fair amount.
Let's go. I gotta be getting close to apprentice.
I hope you don't get
I think we've won like the last 5 or 6 of these. Alright, well, we've got a lot of Imperials, so maybe we'll throw some at him.
Wait, what? That was... Clear the stage! My turn for the spotlight.
What do you got for me, buddy?
Are you sure you're a bard? You've more the poise of a milkmaid.
Let's see, do we have that one? It's not Spluttering Tirade. I think this is one that can throw your flag. No, it doesn't look like we have this one. Okay, but we're going to go with it anyway because it rhymes. Even though it's not going to work.
Well, that was amusing in its own way, but not quite right. Let's see if you can top my last insult.
All right, let's see here. This is the one. Okay, this one we're waiting for a retort on. So let's see if he knows it.
Oh, this isn't what I rehearsed for.
Nope.
Step aside and watch how it's done.
Bring it on, buddy.
Your appearance is so dull, it would ruin even the liveliest gathering.
Now, my gut is to say I know this one, but I thought that about the last guy I fought where I lost one. So let's see here. I think it's this one. The Gathering, the Staggering. I think that's one of those. It's close enough to a rhyme. We counted it.
Ha! Touche, my friend. Touche indeed.
It's okay, Miko. Chill.
Show me what you've got.
Skyrim dog meat. Let's see here. I'm not going to do Orsimer. Well, I guess I could use this against him and he would just guaranteed know it. Yeah, maybe I'll do that because he'll know it. I'll get the retort in case I face against another orc at higher level.
The only thing testing my resolve is you. Otherwise, I've an ample supply.
Because we're already ahead.
Well, well. It seems I've bested you this round.
Yeah, you got me. That's fine.
My turn to take the lead in this little dance. Your singing could be mistaken for an ogre's mating call.
Okay, I definitely don't know that one. I don't know if that's considered Orsimer or not, but...
Well, that was... something.
Oh, we're tied.
But I'm afraid it missed the mark entirely. Neither of us emerged
that's fine. We learned a new retort, so it was
but
worth
know
it.
that our rivalry is far from over. We will duel again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. Okay. You know what? We'll head into Solitude. Whoop. What? Oh, we got a dragon. All right. Good, good, good. Get your bow out, Lydia. Whoa. Alright, do I have healing on? Alright, wait a second. Did we... I feel like I was getting hit there, even though the dragon was not hitting me. I'm hoping I'm not getting attacked by random Imperials here. Where'd you go? I may have, like, hit one with a shout by mistake. Come on, land, you sucker. Healing hands up. Switch. I guess I should just we'll just play full resto here. Heal everybody. I have no idea if I'm protected underneath this or not. Run away. Wait, what am I in? I'm like stuck in a... Gotcha, Lydia. Take him down. I hate when they fly away after we spend a bunch of time damaging them. I don't know what makes them flee. Like if it's just they just give up after a certain amount of time. Come on down. Come on down. I need some more souls. Yeah, see something else is mad at me over there. Is it flying away? Is that what's going on? No. Doesn't give a I think I have a bow, I just don't ever use the damn thing. So let's do... There we go. Yeah, keep fighting whatever that thing is. Where I feel like I'm gonna hit somebody. Get him, Miko. There we go.
God, my...
I guess we can take all this stuff and just throw it into it. Oh, cooling guards. Alright, we need to get our sword back up. There we go. The best about the dragons, if you can see their face, they can get you. There. They don't get hit enough to get bored. That's always been my assumption, but I feel like sometimes I'm hitting them with a bow and then they just peace out anyway. All right, there's somewhere I can see the number of 2 dragon souls. Okay. I need to get the other unrelenting force.
In all my years, I've never seen such a thing.
Okay, let's go back to, and we're gonna go into just Solitude proper instead of jumping right over to the Bard's College. Because actually I want to keep dueling. I want to make sure that we get a higher rank. Alright, we got any novices in here?
You look like someone who can hold their liquor. How about a friendly
That's an adept. Can we face them? We might be able to. Let's try. I think we need to face
I've no interest in entertaining amateurs. Come back when you've made a name for yourself.
we could do 1 above us, but not 2. And then he is he's one of the champions, so we can't duel him yet. Let's see if there happens to be a no novice around here. We needed a novice or a apprentice. Is there a second bar in Solitude? I know there are 2 in Whiterun. Seems like it'd be a big enough town to host 2. Hey, Alana.
Here, I thought you might find this useful.
Oh, thanks. No thanks.
As you wish.
How's the stream quality holding up? Are we still getting lots of spinning circles and green screens, or is
You
it
and me,
maintaining
we're the
so
only
far?
people around who aren't complete fools.
So tell me, how did Surond's meeting go? Oh, well done. He must be so utterly frustrated right now. You seem quite adept at using my teachings to seed a little chaos. Good to see that you can be flexible. Anyway, it gives me great pleasure to present your reward. This is going to reopen a few doors for us, so I'll certainly have more work for you. I just need to talk to a few people first.
Okay. All right. We've got our dog. We finished Valerine's quest. I think we're ready to proceed. You guys said just a little bit of buffering there. Buffering I'm okay with. It's the stuttering or no video that's a problem. Let's see, is Ledger just hanging out in here? No, of course he's going to be in here. Double check. Yeah, in we go. Morning, Dia. Hey, there's our guy.
Welcome back. I hope you have been practicing your new abilities, for it is time to learn more. Good, good. Now, as hopefully you have noticed, resonating shouts offer a useful flourish to your voice. Of this I have no doubt. But they do lack the hallmark of a true bard. They lack creativity. And so now I will teach you a more advanced technique to allow more flexibility and creative use of your thum. First, there is something you must see. This is the tablet you and Helvana acquired from Harren. Since you were able to recover the missing parchment from Harren's grubby palms, deciphering the tablet has been remarkably simple. Perhaps you recognize some of the markings etched into the stone. It is the dragon tongue. This tablet, amongst other things, documents a shout. One that has not been uttered by a living being in a very, very long time. I offer the knowledge of this shout to you, Dragonborn. Go ahead, read the tablet. Make this thum your own.
I shall, thank you. So if you, I don't know if it's clear or not, but Sledrig's starting to look a little worse for wear.
You have just read the words for Earth Song, an ancient and powerful shout. When spoken, it unleashes the unyielding might, shattering enemies and impede your path. Now share with you my knowledge of Earth Song. There. This thum is now yours. Use it as you see fit.
So the reason I got 2 words there is because I correctly identified that Harem was holding the cipher. So if you don't do that, you will only get the first word, and you'll have to find the other 2 by getting tablets through Tiriana's system.
Sometimes it is difficult to unravel truth from legend, but stories tell of Earthsong being one of the first shouts learned by mortals. Considering the primal nature of the Thum, I'm inclined to believe this. As far as the tablet goes, I cannot speak to its origin. I only know it was a gift given long ago to a man who has long been dead. Such manners, they are appreciated, but unnecessary. The Thum is of use, and so you shall have it. I understand you have found other tablets during your adventures. Please feel free to make use of the lectern. It will aid your learning. Now, I did not bring you here just to teach you a shout. No, my apprentice. It is time for you to learn the power of the chant.
Okay, here we go.
Behold! You see? A chant allows you to combine shouts into a seamless new symphony. By learning the resonating shout, you have already taken the first steps in being able to master a chant. But you are still missing one vital component. Here. This is yours now. It is called the Cadence Rod. When held, it aids you in quickly sequencing your shouts, then releasing them all at once in a mighty burst. I shall walk you through the chant. String together the shouts you just heard. Fuss, Wold, and Goals. Use the Cadence Rod after each shout.
Okay, so one of the things I see that a lot of people struggle with when doing the chant is they assume that they have to manually equip the shouts, but really all you do is equip the power. So if we go into our powers here and you have the chant, you can actually favorite that if you want. As soon as you equip it, it pulls out the Cadence Rod, equips the first shout, and then after you use the Cadence Rod again, after that first shout is used, it will sync up the next one. Now we have a bunch of visual effects and audio cues to help kind of time it out, because there's windows you got to do it, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. So we do the first shout, use the Cadence Rod, it resets our timer, cues up the next shout, Cadence Rod again resets our timer, cues up the final shout, and then it uses all of them at once.
You see, with the final chant, all previous shouts captured are released as well, making for a most powerful effect. You appear to have a firm grasp on how to chant. I hope this proves very useful to you. These specifics are both complicated and convoluted, but in simple terms. The rod captures a shout, and then channels certain energies within your body, wiping away the usual exhaustion that comes with using the Thum. However, even the Cadence Rod has its limits. With repeated use, eventually fatigue will overcome you.
So this whole mechanic is very interesting. I'll talk about it more after we're done talking to Sledrick, but why there are certain limitations to it, and why it's designed the way it is, and why ravaging is your first one. There's a lot of information behind how chantings came to be and why they're set up the way they are.
Would you use the same note for each part of a song? Well, perhaps some would, but those people are clearly not bards. But to speak more plainly, the Cadence Rod captures your Thum. If you use the same shout again, it simply replaces what's already there. Indeed they can. But first, one must learn the correct sequence of words. This is knowledge you shall gain in time. But for now, it is best to practice what you have just learned. You are welcome. In truth, I am surprised how quickly you have picked up what I have been teaching. You have been doing well in your lessons. I'm glad of this. Perhaps it is time that I... Tell me, Dragonborn, how would you feel if I were to ask something of you? Not an order, but a request. A request that asks you to put your life on the line in order to slay beast, most foul.
Yeah, I think we gotta go with this one.
I admire your righteousness. Let us find something to aim it towards. As of course you know, dragons have returned to Skyrim. This alone is a cause for great concern. But not all dragons are equal. Some are more insidious than others. Some do not require breath of fire to sunder, or mighty talons to maim. There are dragons that achieve their goals in other ways. They use guile, manipulations, twist the minds of men, creating willing thralls they can maneuver. Dragons like Volgath, Surond. The very beast I wish you to kill. Because you are Dragonborn. One of the few, if any, who are truly able to kill a dragon. Your blood gifts the ability to take a dragon's very soul, ensuring it will never rise again. As I mentioned, Volgath Surond is not the kind to lay waste to town or city by physical might. Instead, he schemes, slowly corrupting those he wishes. So, unthinking, those under his control become. They neglect their homes, families, even themselves. Such is the complete domination of their minds. Volgath Surond's danger is subtle, easily overlooked. It is his greatest strength. Why he must be killed before once again he can gain a foothold.
Do your own dirty work. Okay, let's take him out.
It is a relief to hear this. Before you joined the college, I had intended to train another for this task. But it was not meant to be. Volgath Surond is no ordinary dragon. Dogged and resilient, he is a formidable adversary. I fear he shall soon return. If you're to pursue this undertaking, you must be properly prepared. And so, I will do my best to equip you for your confrontation with this monster.
Okay.
You are perceptive? Yes. Outside of wishing to eliminate a clearly dangerous creature, this is of personal interest to me. Soon I shall explain all. Not now. That does not matter. They were
my
unsuitable.
persuade skills are terrible. You gotta work on my speech. I guess I should start paying trainers when they offer to help my speech. I think Mallory will do that. I don't know if I have enough gold for it, though. I probably do from doing her missions. She pays pretty well.
I believe that somewhere, Volgath Surond secludes himself. With this return of dragons to Skyrim, it may serve as a rallying cry, rousing my foe, allowing him to escape my grasp once again. Volgath Surond's influence is not something the world should be subjected to.
Okay.
I know of a powerful blade that can help you. One that Volgath Surond has faced before, and has proven weak to. And I know where you can find it. Not too far from the city of Morphle lies a derelict compound, likely untouched since its abandonment. Only one versed in voice may gain entry. To enter, release your thum upon the crystals that bar your passage. Find the sword, then return to me. It's possible within this compound you may also find more resonance crystals. You're welcome to lay claim to whatever you find. You know what you must do. I wish you luck.
Okay. Now we've got some story time. So, the invention of chanting was very interesting. So when we first started brainstorming what a Bard's College expansion would look like, we needed to have a few things. First, we need a story hook, right? What is it we're going to make a main quest about? Because obviously the little bit they gave us in the base game didn't really leave much for us to tug on. And then we needed to have some mechanics to build around, because you guys know us, we like to, anything we put out, we like to make sure even after the story content is over, you have something to engage with after the fact. So when we made the connection with shouts, we kind of set off to like, all right, you know, so Rick, you start brainstorming what we could do with a story that could involve bards, knowing that shouting could be involved. And, you know, then we sent Cynical off to start concepting out. I think the first thing she concepted out was the, wasn't the outfit, because I know we didn't, at first we didn't know if we could do an outfit because we didn't have anybody on our squad who could do one. So we knew a lot of our modeling was going to have to be outsourced. So I don't remember what it was she was concepting out first, but it was off, you know, to start doing some concept art on some ideas we knew we were going to have. And then my task was to start figuring out what kind of interesting thing I could do with shouts. So I started messing around with the idea of how cool would it be if you had a spell that could reset your shout, so that I could just use a bunch of shouts one after the other as long as I had mana. And I set up a very basic system that could do that. I think instead of a spell, we ended up with a wand to do it. And I had this thing all running, and I was having a lot of fun with it. Like, and usually, like, when I start having fun with my own stuff, I know I'm onto something, because I don't, and usually I'm very, like, when I'm testing things, it's very sterile, right? It's just like, did this work how I meant to? But I was just, like, dinking around and having fun with it. I was just screwing around. So I was like, all right, I know I'm onto something. And so I tossed it up to the team and let them play with it. I was like, let me know what you guys think of it. And for the most part, I don't think many of them did, but Kobus, who does our voice direction, played it. And this is a tale of why it's important that everyone can accept critical feedback. Now, I failed this test, but it worked out in the end. So, you know, he kicks back that, like, you know, it's okay, but it's kind of gimmicky. Wasn't very fun to him. And he's like, I think more than not fun. He's like, yeah, I mean, I guess it's a little fun, but you can already do this with mods. Now, I didn't know, I mean, like, to me that didn't matter, because it's like a lot of the people who are going to be playing this stuff, you know, are not necessarily playing mods, especially not the same mods that he's been playing with, because the majority of people who play the VC type content or the critical content tend to be console players. It's something like it's a significant larger portion, and I'm not supposed to talk about sales data, so I'll just say it's a lot more people. So it was like they might not have access to those mods anyway. And, you know, after discussing it, and so I was kind of getting defensive and like snapping back. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you don't hardly ever play. I was being kind of a dick. But then he talked about how, like, one of the things that makes it not impressive for him is, like, he can just hotkey shouts. Like, because one of the reasons that I like this system of being able to shout, chant to another, is that it queues up another shout. On PC, that's not that exciting, because you can just set up hotkeys, right? You can just numerically hotkey different shouts and jump between them. And I think even base game, if you stack enough enchantments with shout timer reduction, you can get it to like near instant recovery. So then you can just quickly change between shouts, no big deal. And shouts, you know, I think most people agree shouts are not, there's a couple of them that are super powerful, but for the most part, you know, they're not the cornerstone of a playthrough. They're generally like, you know, you pick one that augments you. A lot of people just end up with Whirlwind Sprint or Unrelenting Force is kind of their fallback. Maybe switch to Slow Time when you get that, but for the most part, they're not really a big focus of people's builds. And so the console part of it being able to queue up another shout for you with one button was really valuable to console players, but not so much PC players. So, you know, his advice was that we need something as a payoff for doing it. Which is how we got to the point of, and like, I had ignored his advice because I was not taking the feedback well, but I'm glad he gave it, and I think I've apologized to him and told him he needs to keep giving me feedback even when I'm bad at taking it. But then, you know, after playing with it for a while, I realized he was right. We do need a payoff at the end, otherwise what's the point of getting through the whole chant? You might as well just do, you know, just use it to reset, and then you could switch to another shout. Just use this thing as a hack to shortcut your shout timer. And then so once I was in the idea of like it needs to have a finale, then that kind of set the path for the rest of the mechanics of like, oh, we can come up with like combinations of shouts that would be interesting together to end. And like, so with the one that we gave to start, the Chant of Ravaging, it was originally when we were doing it, you would do this. It would be that, and then you would zoom forward, and then behind you, the Earth Song thing would hit whatever was there. That was how it would work by default. But then I reprogrammed it to have special handling so that it would put you on top of the rock. And then like now we have vertical traversal, which is unique. It's not something you can generally do in Skyrim. And then we took that a little further. We had Imperial, who does a lot of our implementation work now, turn it into more of a platform, and it stays there for a few seconds. It stays there. It can stay there quite a while. I don't remember what the time is. Originally, it was like we had to stay there basically indefinitely, and then we switched it over to it'll fall apart eventually. And I think it also falls apart after you make an attack. So it's nice to be able to like pull off one cheap shot with a bow and arrow, but we didn't want you to just pop up there and then just be able to murder everything. So chanting like went through a lot of evolution to get to the point it's at, and then eventually we settled on, you know, the wand. I think it's actually a staff animation, and it was like, all right, so we can do something shorter. We invented the cadence rod to have some sort of unique piece of equipment there, and that's how chants came to be. So the reason that we have the 3 specific shouts we do, oh, I see that we're getting some sort of stuttering issue. Hold on, I'm gonna let YouTube catch up here. Are you guys seeing stuttering on there? My YouTube studio is yelling at me. Seems okay. All right, good. Maybe it's just my local manager. All right, cool. So the reason that we are stuck with these 3 shouts as our, because it's a weird combination, right? This is not, I'm sure any of you who have played with this system for a while have thought of a million better combinations of shouts, right? Like, you know, the most obvious one I think a lot of people get to is the one we call Chant of Breaths, which is Fire Breath, Frost Breath, and Unrelenting Force, because they're all kind of offensive shouts and they go nice together, especially when you get the finale where they all blast at the same time. And the reason that we were kind of stuck with these is because we didn't want to have to force the player to go to the dungeons where the other shouts exist, especially because we know there's a lot of mods that randomize that or change the way that those are given to you or change the way they function, whereas, you know, Unrelenting Force and Whirlwind Sprint, if you just go through the first little bits of the main quest in the base game, you end up with those 2. So we had to invent a chant that could work with Whirlwind Sprint and Unrelenting Force together. And Earth Song ended up being the final part because while experimenting, once I got the chant thing figured out and was like, okay, this is a fun mechanic we can play with, then the next thing I wanted to experiment with was, can we invent our own shouts? And so in my head, I was like, well, we got to try that. Let's try making our own shouts. You know, we had to figure out all the complications between that, like how are we going to do the player voice of actually shouting? How are we going to make the spell, etc. And so I set out the best way I have to experiment when I sit down to mod is I come up with some sort of goal, whatever it may be, and then just try and make that thing happen. So my goal was, can I make the same thing that happens when giants hit you just right? Can I make that happen in shout form? Can we set it up so I can launch a giant to the moon and get revenge? And that was the birth of Earth Song. And, you know, after everybody played with it, they were like, okay, this is amazing. It's too fun. It makes these great meme vids. So we have to make that your first shout that you unlock. So that ended up being kind of like one of the key things. So then we just forced it in to come up with this chant. You know, even though, you know, I think for a lot of people, they see it and I was like, that is interesting, and maybe there's something I can do to gamify things with the vertical traversal. But I think a lot of people's first impression is that's an odd set to choose from. But that's the story of why we ended up with those 3 in that chant. I think it's a lot of fun. I've been expecting to see eventually some videos of people showing some stupid things you can do by bypassing height in dungeons. I'm sure there's a lot of shortcuts. Like, for example, you could probably go through dungeons backwards with this, because there's a lot of dungeons that block the secondary exit not by a secret passage that you can only open on one side, but by height. Like, you come in the back door and then there's just like a cliff over your head that you can't get up to, and this would allow you to go through the dungeon backwards. So it could be a benefit for some. All right, let me catch up on chat, and then we'll continue. Nick Rutter, were you competitive in Warcraft 3 online matches? No, definitely not. Warcraft 3, I didn't really get into laddering. The StarCraft 2 was... I'm trying to remember what... I think that was the only RTS that I really got into competitive with. I don't think I got into it. I definitely didn't get into Warcraft 3. I think a lot of the other RTSs I got into, like Age of Empires and Empire Earth and Supreme Commander, like all those, I just played local LAN with my friends. So, because those were during those days. So I think StarCraft 2 is the only one I got into laddering with. JC1 Ward looked at Miko, not essential or protected. Okay, so we've got to protect Miko. Good to know. He's saying how long took it to pull all this off? All of this, the Bard's College. The Bard's College, we started brainstorming probably end of December. Got into pre-production in January where we were like prototyping and stuff, and then we were pretty much done with production by June. And then we had to work with Bethesda to get it released, and because, you know, they saw it as like a big flashy thing that should draw a lot of attention, they delayed us till releasing it until August. And so we used that time to add a lot of punch up. So we did a lot of polish and added a lot more VFX and improved sound effects and stuff like that. So yeah, it started out with, our goal was to get it done in 6 months, and ended up taking about 8 months, I would say, total. And that was more to do with Bethesda doing it. And then we weren't ready. You know, what we should have been doing in that extra time is not just adding witch polishes. We should have started, you know, as a business, we should have started production on the next thing. But like, we were so curious how Bard's College was going to do, because we had put so much into it. Like the amount of production we put into Bard's College during those 6 months was like the same amount we put into a chapter of SS2 over 18 months. So it was really like, it was really exciting the whole time, because it was just super accelerated development, which is like one of the primary reasons that I wanted to do this. It was like, modding is so much fun, but there are points of it where it's a little bit dragging, because there's a lot of like hurry up and wait, because I'm depending on people who are volunteering their time. I can't really rush them. You know, we try to have a little bit of sense of urgency of like, guys, we're going to try and hit this date, or like, can you know, I'll ask individuals like, hey, can you really push to get this thing done this week, because it's blocking me from doing this, etc. But for the most part, you know, it's kind of chill. And except when we get down to like usually the last 2 months before we know a release is going to happen, then the modding kicks into gear. And instead, this was basically like that final 2 months of development before a chapter release for the entire time, which is exciting to me, and I think exciting to the people who work for me now. Like, I think that the people who made it over to the KGC side, I think they enjoy that type of development as well, or they probably would not have accepted the job offer or accepted to get on this boat with me. So Bard's College was like 8 months of intense development. Marissa, typically rush Dragonrend because dragons are crybabies and try to fly away. Yeah. What dungeon is Dragonrend? I should do that as well, because that will make it a lot easier to collect souls. All right, let's go spend our points too. Let's grab some more stuff here. How many Bardic Inspiration do we have? Miscellaneous. Bardic Inspiration. We got 6. Okay, so we can get a few things here. So we'll grab Thum Mastery. You know, we're gonna go all the way up because I want to get Dragon's Roar. Because Dragon's Roar is awesome. So meditative chants will mean, so when you chant the first time, so when you first use your cadence rod, it starts a chant, and you'll see this like magic that's surrounding your character, and there's this tone that kind of plays, and it only lasts a few seconds. And if you don't cast the next shout before that timer runs out, the chant resets itself. So this makes it more time between each shout that you have to do for the chant. And the benefit of that is if you want to play more strategic. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna, you know, thinking about ravaging, it's like, okay, I'm gonna hit this guy with unrelenting force, and now because I have a little extra time, I can go ahead and, you know, take a few sword swings, turn, whirlwind sprint, and my chant will still be ready for me, and then I have a few more seconds to figure out when the best time to blast an Earth Song is. Whereas without the meditative chant, you kind of got to do it all just bam, bam, bam. So the meditative chant lets you play more strategically, bounce around the battlefield. And then rank 2 makes it even more intense, where you can really like time it out. You have all the time in the world to sort out when you want to cast the next shout. Chant Mastery. And this, so the resource cost. So the default cadence rod you have uses mana, and it's basically the longer the timer is on the shout reset, that's the amount of mana it consumes. I can't remember what our rate is. I don't remember if it's 1-to-1, like the number of seconds is the number of mana points it costs, or if it's like 1.1 or 1.2 to 1. There's some sort of ratio. I don't remember what it is. And you get different cadence rods as we go further. There are one for each resource. So you can get a health one and a stamina one as well. And we actually give them to you in the dungeons later that we'll see. We use those as markers to remind players when a puzzle is supposed to be solved with a chant. And so you can get the other one. So the resources cost is talking about is that. So if it reduces it by 10%, it's basically like, so say if the shout timer reset was 30 seconds, it would take, we're just going to call it 1-to-1 because I don't remember what the ratio is, but about 30 mana to use the cadence rod, and then this will drop that down to 27. And then so we get another rank. When we get more ranks of chant mastery, we reduce that further and further. And then now we can grab Dragon's Roar, which will make it so that all shouts stagger enemies, which is super duper powerful, and I want that. Okay. All right, so now I think I'm going to start down the other side of the tree just because I want to get all of these. So Dragon's Dirge, I'll just spoiler this for those who haven't played it yet. So Dragon's Dirge lets you play music to cause a dragon to come attacking. So it's really good if you want to farm souls, which I'm going to want to do at some point. So let's go down this tree. We'll increase the gold received when we decide to go play in a tavern and outshine the local bards. Triumphant Melodies. Okay, we'll increase the buffs by 20%. Diminished Presence. So this is kind of... Okay, we don't have that inspiration. The idea with Diminished Presence is if you're going to play the style of you're going to play music and let your companions do most of the dirty work, you're going to definitely want Diminished Presence because that will effectively reset your aggro periodically. So this is... in Creation Engine games, it's not traditional aggro like you might have in a MMO where it's very easy to do like a taunt to force and then reset your threat level. I don't know if any of you guys played MMOs and you understand all the stuff that goes into tanking mechanics and everything. We couldn't quite do that, so instead we just periodic, like every few seconds, there's a % chance that it resets any targets near you to fight one of your companions instead. It's a very simplistic version of it, but it's what we could pull off in Creation Engine. Okay, I think... Oh, I guess we can do... Oh, you know what we can do? We can grab... We have all the tablets for Sanctum's Resonance. Let's go ahead and grab that. And Sanctum's Resonance will let us portal back. It's not really portaling, so we intentionally... So the way the Sanctuary was designed... Sanctuary was designed to be kind of an experiment ground. It's a place where you can just shout to your heart's content. You won't piss anybody off. You can test out chants. And there's a couple of things that you'll probably want to do periodically here. One is charge up new crystals to get enhanced shouts. Another would be Bardic Inspiration spending. And then the last would be to get new chant books. And the chant books will, if there's one that matches all the shouts you have, it will appear when you come back to the Sanctuary if you happen to have unlocked the 3 shouts that are within it, so more will appear there. But we didn't want this to become like the greatest player home, right? So we wanted you to be able to teleport here quickly, but we also didn't want this to feel like a player home. So if you drop an item here, it will go right back to your inventory. And you'll notice that we have no containers here. So it's not meant to be a player home, it's meant to be a shout training ground, effectively. A way to, and a replacement, a proxy for the skill tree screen for our mural. Couldn't think of the word mural over here. And so we just kind of have you come ethereally. So once you get this shout, you can use it and it will bring you here. But if you try and leave, even through here, it does not take you back to the Bard's College. And if you use the shout again, same thing, it will just take you right back to where you were. So you're not really teleporting. You're just kind of, you can think of it as, you're meditating and finding your way here in spirit. That's kind of the vibe of it. TY, you guys are quite fast. Good work chain. Impressive. I feel like we can always get faster, but I'm really proud of what everybody did on Bard's College. They really pulled together and put this together pretty quickly. To get Dragon Ren, you need to get that Elder Scroll. Go see Parthenax at the Throat of the World. Oh, it's that far into the main quest. Oh, damn. Well, maybe not. Maybe we won't be doing that. Hey! All those words, we get another Bardic Inspiration. Alright, so let's go ahead. I think the We had these ones unlocked for free. Yeah, we didn't make you spend Dragon Souls on these because it would have been kind of obnoxious to spend 3 souls on these. And I think, yeah, that's the case for, I think it's the case for any of the ones you get from the tablets. They don't cost you a soul, just to, I can't remember if that's the case for all of them. There's another set we can still get. There's another set of tablets we can unlock if we go talk to Tiriana, which I'll probably do next. So let's see here. I actually want a favorite Earth Song, and I want to do a Resonant Crystal for it, because Earth Song's got a cool effect. Yes. We'll go ahead and give it a Dragon Soul. And we'll switch to Earth Song. We're also going to take all, well, let's see, let's put on our Steel Sword. And we will put on a shield.
Good.
There's the guy. Oh, good. It knocked him down immediately. Perfect. Oh, God. He's wrecking me. No. Oh, God. Come on, stand up, stand up. Oh, I think I'm going to die. I think I'm going to die. All right, we're going to try this. We're going to quick save. Yeah, we're going to have to cheat here. Rock some potions, because he's going to run up and wreck me. Bad news for you, buddy. I get to use this crystal, you don't. Where'd he go? There he is. So did we knock him out of the level? With the, you gotta be careful with the, just want to do it kind of next to him, or it'll send him, you could send him flying out of the arena. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Okay, it's good. Didn't send him flying out. Oh. Shout got stuck. Shout got stuck. Shout failed. Yo. Stand up. Stand up. There you go. Oh, is he attacking Sledric? I don't think he is, but Sledric definitely ran away from him. There we go. Got him on the ropes. Okay. And I believe this one causes the earth pillars to explode. Earth crescendo. Yeah. So now when we do these, after they're done, so when it disappears, it explodes. And it disappears much faster because of that. And that will do a bunch of damage to enemies in the area. Alright, so we ended up getting another Bardic Inspiration so we can grab Diminished Presence. What does Battle Bard do? That's right, additional effects on each of the empowerments. And then lastly, Dragon Scourge. Okay, let's head out. We'll go talk to Tiriana and get the next. Let's see where it ends up. Jasmine, is there there's an unofficial update for what you were working on. Does it work well with your mod? Unofficial update. You mean like the unofficial patch? It should work fine, yeah. Oh, there's one that uses the mural. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it should be fine. We set up the whole skill tree is designed to be ejectable. There's actually like, I have a list of tutorials. Hold on, let me see if I have it handy. I have a list of systems that I need to make tutorials for. I'm hoping to do it next month. For Bard's Calendar. Let's see. We have support for unique races to play music. People can inject new songs into our system. People can inject custom tablets to unlock shouts. People can place duelers in their own taverns. People can place the ballad singer troops in their own towns. People can add new resonant crystals, new chants. There's like a whole bunch of stuff we can add support. People can add support for. And then I should add that to my list. Additional. I didn't even think about that. Additional perks to the skill tree, which someone already did. There's a mod out there that adds, I think, 2 new perks to our skill tree. Mod 142, good choice, but don't keep working on crunch time. Oh yeah, we don't operate on crunch time most of the time. I would say It's more just like we operate like it's our full-time job, which it is for a lot of people. We have a staff now and they get paid a wage. So it's, but for when we're doing regular modding, working full-time on it is working like 8 hours a day, like we're putting in 40 hours a week. That would be crunch time for modding, like, because it's supposed to be your hobby, right? Whereas for your job, that's just your work week. We do still, most of us crunch anyway when we get down to the last couple of weeks because we're trying to cram extra stuff in because we're like, oh, I can get one more feature in or one more thing in. But nobody's asked to do that. It's just kind of, but I also don't, I'm not going to tell them not to. This is one of the arguments people have with crunch culture of like, oh, you should prevent, do you prevent your passionate staff from doing it when they want to? Like, I don't know what the answer is to that. So I choose to don't interfere with passion if it's driving people forward. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's what I do because I don't want people getting in my way if I'm like all hyped up and excited to work on something. I don't want people telling me not to do it. I did not die. I almost died, but oh, Jasmine, you're in for a treat. I die a lot playing. I am terrible at Bethesda games. I love them to death, but I am not great at the combat in any of them. The amount of deaths I've racked up on Fallout 4 over the years. Skyrim a few less, but that's because I tend to hang back and let my companions do the dirty work. Okay, we need to find Tiriana. She may be asleep at this point. Let's see. I think she sleeps down here. I think there was an extra bed in one of these rooms. Oh, that's Valerian. Where the heck did we stash Tiriana? Cook staying up late. Actually, you know what? We'll just wait till morning and she'll pop out and go to the library. Can I not wait on a bench? Oh wait, I don't have to sit down and wait. This isn't Fallout 4. I can just do this. There we go. Oh, and Valerian's got some work for us. Okay.
Yes, spit it up. Perhaps you can assist me with a particular dilemma. You see, both a visiting emissary and our Jarl's steward each require my immediate attention. Yet I am unable to be in two places at once. But considering how well you've handled your previous assignments, I would like you to handle the visiting emissary. I will introduce you to Vinus Platorius, a crumbling old Imperial who is somewhat of a hero in diplomatic circles. His visit to this province is coming to an end, and so he is currently preoccupied with finding a gift for his wife. For this, he has been showered with many suggestions, all of which I want you to dissuade him from, in favor of commissioning our college to write his lovely wife a sonnet. Can I count on your assistance in this matter?
Indeed.
When it comes to the diplomatic arts, Vinus is a veteran. He has done and seen it all, so don't be too disappointed if he sees right through you. Other than that, unlike the excessively fake chatter found in court life, Vinus claims preference for good, plain discourse, spoken from the heart. Though despite his words, I still see a devious twinkle of mischief in that old man's eyes. He keeps his secrets close. Falk Firebeard, Steward of Solitude, thinks the world of Vinus, and if he is seen to favor our college, Falk will surely follow suit. Besides that, I need to speak with Falk before he next meets with Vinus. Therefore, I need Vinus to remain preoccupied with his search for a gift.
Okay.
Excellent. Do your best to make a good impression, but most of all, you are to occupy Vinus and dissuade him from any previous gift suggestions. And if you are able, convince him to spend his coin on a sonnet commissioned from the Bard's College instead. Do beware, though. The old man is more cunning than he seems. Do not let him divert you from your goal. We've wasted enough time. Meet me in the market, and I'll introduce you to Vinus.
Okay. Alright, we'll meet her in a minute. First, we gotta find Tiriana. Not in that room. She's gotta be upstairs by now. right? Maybe she's up here today. Okay, can anyone... This is totally random off question. I keep hearing Miko bark and then remembering you guys said he can die. Is there a resurrect spell by default in Skyrim? I feel like if there was, I would never have thought to use it because I just don't ever let companions die. But now we have a mortal doggo. I feel like a resurrection spell would be great.
All right, let's try something a bit more fun.
Okay, so I think
Go
Tiriana
ahead, Ataf.
can... Miko, come on. I think Tiriana can also just wander around.
This was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding
Wrong
on a
button.
white run from old Warwick's
And there we go. Can also wander around outside here. Console commands, that's my only option. Bummer.
Divine smile on you, friend.
Alright, Tyrion, where are you hiding?
Please, take pity on an old
No,
madman.
nope, we're not interested in that today. Maybe another day.
Let me guess. Someone stole your
I actually don't remember all the... I know she... Sometimes you'll find her, like, looking at plants, I believe. I don't remember where else she wanders off to. Alright, there's Valerian. Okay, well, we can do her quest while we're waiting for him. We'll hopefully stumble upon Tiriana.
Remember, keep it friendly, subtly put him off any other gift ideas. And if you can push our Bardic verse, all the better.
Papa says I won't see Rob very much, but he wouldn't tell me why not.
To be part of the college is a privilege.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I might do that next. I might just make him essential so I'm not worried about it all the time.
Yes. Hello to you.
Fletching suits me. It's difficult and sometimes tedious, but a well-made arrow strikes forth.
Perfect offering to fair Adalesa.
As frustrating as ever, my dear Valerian. And I would gladly be distracted from it by your charming conversation.
Alas, I have urgent business elsewhere, but perhaps I could suggest an alternative. May I present my most promising protege? I'm certain you'll find them equally as charming. You may even find their views on gifts to be more honest and grounded than those received from the court.
An excellent suggestion. Come then, young bard. We shall keep each other company while your gracious teacher tends to matters more important than us.
Please accept my most sincere of apologies, but it is a prior engagement I simply cannot ignore. Farewell and good hunting.
Okay.
As High Priest of the Eight
This
Divines, I
blew
bid
my
you
mind when I found out afterward, but the voice actor for Venice is the same who does Old Paul.
So, it is now just you and I. Tell me, do you find yourself bonded to another? I speak of marriage, of course. Ha, well, I can certainly understand that. But take it from me, it's a lot of work from both parties to maintain that feeling. But it is worth it.
Okay, so he likes his wife.
Well, considering we seem to be of like mind, perhaps you'll be able to understand and aid me with my current predicament. You see, my good lady wife, Adalesa, and I have been wed for some 50 years now. And if I do not return from this trip with a gift worthy of that triumph, she will undoubtedly see to it that my life will not be worth living. To that end, I'm intent on acquiring an exceptional example of Skyrim's art and culture, which I am sure my darling wife will appreciate greatly. Question is, just what do I get her? My peers have suggested a great many things. The first of these helpful suggestions is to purchase a piece of enchanted jewelry. One of the locally crafted rings, necklaces, or some such.
Alright, let's see here. Okay, I think we don't want to just agree with those. We're supposed to go against, and I feel like this is the only one that's kind of against it, so let's do that.
Yes, quite true. And the very reason I'm in this present conundrum. But it is as you say, I must give this great thought, and not rush anything. My next recommendation was to perhaps acquire some sort of antique unearthed from local ruins, although I'm unsure if such things are even sold.
Okay. Okay, so we can say, yeah, let's try dramatic.
Huh. I hadn't thought of that. You're quite right. Many antiques are likely stolen relics, and I cannot be seen dealing in ill-gotten goods.
There we go.
Then, of course, some say I should purchase clothing of the regional fashion, but how they expect me to know Adelasa's measurements?
Okay. So this one feels good, and I'm gonna try this one. I feel like toasty fur, that could work, but so could this. To know only a small part of it, it's kind of been discouraging to say like, yeah, you should bring her here or something.
Then perhaps
Ah, you
the
liked
best
it.
idea
All right.
for a gift. My hope is to bring back something that invokes an authentic sense of this proud and rugged province. Frankly, I'm at a loss. What would you suggest I present the love of my life?
I like this one best. I suspect you already know my suggestion.
You are a sagacious one, aren't you? Well, I must say this
I have
has
no
been
idea what
most
the word
enjoyable.
sagacious means.
It's not often that I encounter such a
Sounded
talented
correct,
young
though.
emissary. And that's coming from one who's made it his profession. And while I have been fully aware of your agenda to influence me, still, I think I shall indeed commission a sonnet from your college. A ballad of Adalasa and Venice. Ha! My good lady wife will no doubt inflict it upon any listener, willing or not. I shall be sure to congratulate your mistress on your training. But for now, I shall take my leave to discover why Valérine wished me so distracted. It was good to meet you, young bard. Farewell.
Okay, let's go. While we're over here, let's go try our luck again in the. See if we can get a novice that we can take
Watch
on.
the skies, traveler.
And we'll go try again for Tiriana before we head out into the
Seems
world.
there's always more to be done.
Sagacious showing sound mental judgment. Shrewd. Alright. Sorg Savinius.
If you're looking for a challenge, you've come to the right
Okay, there's
place.
the adept is still here.
Hello, yes.
Well, we've got
I'm
a lot
Dean
of
History.
a lot of the bards
and
are
scribe
hanging out
work
here.
when I can find some quiet time.
Okay, no Tiriana here. There's Havana. There's all sorts of bards everywhere. It's funny, before having worked on this, like we didn't give any of the bards new packages, but like you can see they're just all over the place. There's so many of them, and they make up so many of the population here. And those are all their default packages wandering around town. But I would not have been able to tell you before having worked on this that they were all bards. Yeah, I don't see Tyrion anywhere. Hopefully she's inside here. I think this is the room she's usually in. I think this is the bedroom we gave her. There's Yorn. There's so many bards. But no Tiriana. Okay, let's just wait a couple hours, see if we can find her. Maybe she'll start a new schedule.
Oh.
There's Valerian. Okay. Can turn this in at least.
There you are. Of course, I already know how your meeting went. It seems you did rather well. Dennis has even requested that we write his lovely wife a sonnet. Well done. So here is your reward.
Nice.
With a little extra for securing the commission. Venice even wanted me to pass on some rather rare praise. Impressive. Few have ever made such an impact on the decrepit old codger. But there isn't time to go into that right now. My meeting with Falk Firebeard was rather revealing. We are dealing with a rather complex situation that may require your assistance. When we next speak, I shall enlighten you. Until then,
let's get some of that speech training
Speak.
with all this,
I could, but as things are right now, my time and focus are required elsewhere. However, if you still wish training, there is someone at the college with the spare time and aptitude. You wouldn't think it to speak with him, but Professor Germain is quite skilled at linguistics. I'm sure he would teach you if you were to ask.
I shall. Okay, let's find.
Farewell.
Can we find Germain then to get those skill points? Come on, come on. Let's go, Miko. Speak of the devil.
What a fascinating time to be alive. Well, you've come to the right place.
Okay, let's see here. Alright, that's pretty cheap. Alright, now I need to level up before I can do another training. Okay. We'll take it.
I suppose I should return to my papers.
Thank you, sir.
Only reason I'm so good with a lute is because I'm old.
Everyone's here but Tirana. Where is she hiding? She's not in the bedroom. No one's giving a class. Maybe she's having a snack in the kitchen. Let's go check down there. We're gonna find her. There she is. So I see her in the kitchen a lot.
Ah, a new face. Wait, no, an old one.
Who's pushing me?
Of course. Just tell me what you're looking for. I shall pinpoint a spot where you might
there we
find
go.
a
Spectral
tablet.
Rift.
Good luck.
Okay, and actually, while we're at it,
You have questions? Yes, yes, I can help with that. Any
Miko,
particular
get
area?
off the table. That was all. Sorry if I blew your ears out with that sound. I was not expecting the dog to jump on the table. That's fantastic. Let's see here. Let's find around here.
And what is it you seek?
I want a new shout, please. Is that an option? Some ruins. Long lost mysteries. Yeah, let's do this.
What exactly do you hope to find?
There we go. Word wall. Let's see if she's got one for us.
There must be something in my stacks of records. There, I've marked the spot for you. Will that be all?
Oh, fantastic. Good job, Miko. Just sat on your plate, Yarmo. Alright, let's go to the world map. Let's see what did we just get unlocked here. So it looks like Fort Snowhawk, maybe? Or was it Fort... It's one of these two. I didn't pay attention to which one I already had. I think I had this one already undetected, but I guess it could be Ustengrav too. I don't actually know which one it is. I'm gonna guess it's these one because I think they're generally in these ruins, right? More than the forts. Okay, where's Spectral Rift? Alright, Spectral Rift. Oh, it's over on the boat. Interesting. So maybe we'll go try and take out these 3. And then, of course, we have Stonesong Grotto, which is one of our dungeons, which we need for this quest. Back to the world map here. Okay, so I think, yeah, our plan is going to be we're going to take out these and we're going to hit up Stonesong Grotto. I think. Alright, I think I'm going to make my way across this way. I think we're just going to make our way over to the dungeon. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not tonight because I actually have some work to do tonight before I go to bed. But we can at least start heading over there. And we're going to try and get some duels on the way here. Where do we pass by? Do we pass? Oops, that is not what I wanted to do. Do we pass by? Yeah, we can go to Dragon Bridge. I think there should be a duelist in there. Anywhere else? No. We waited enough time though. Solitude, there's a chance Solitude reset. I don't think it would have though. So I think we're gonna fast travel over to Dragon Bridge as our shortcut. Go find hopefully a novice. Good call, Jasmine. We should save. Alright, let's go over to Dragon Bridge and then we can kind of wander over to there. Now when I fast travel, my mount should come with, right? Or is it only if I've ridden them recently? I don't actually know the rules on how that works. No, our reindeer did not come with us, so I may have to go track him down. I don't even know where I left him, to be honest.
I'm hoping to run my own inn someday.
Respect the law, and you'll have no trouble in Dragonbridge.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, here we go.
Prepare to be outwitted, or at least outtalked. Care to wager? 25 septums seems a fair amount. Don't trip over your tongue now.
Okay, let's see. Let's do the mating call one.
Oh, that's not, clear the stage. My turn for the spotlight. My quips are as finely crafted as an elven blade.
I think I got this one, buddy. There's the sputtering tirade. There we go.
I'll admit, you got me with that one. Impress me, if you can.
Okay. Oh, I don't think I've used this one yet, so we'll go for it.
Oh, right. Okay, then. I'll weave a tapestry of insults so grand, it'll leave you speechless. You duel like a startled deer. All nerves, no finesse.
Alright, I think that's a cultural one that we don't have. Yeah, we don't have that one, so.
Looks like someone needs a bit more practice. Impress me, if you can.
Okay, let's see here. Wait, we were trying to learn this one.
Yet, my looks outshine your full attempt. May explain why you're so broody.
Thanks for that.
Ah, the sweet taste of success. Step aside and watch how it's done. Your existence is like a quiver, full of blunted arrows. Pointless.
I don't think I have that one yet. I do not.
Is that the best you've got?
Alright, are we gonna tie now, or do I get one more shot here?
You're in for a rough time. Neither of us emerged
well,
victorious this time, but know that our rivalry is far from over. We will duel again.
Thanks, buddy. Alright.
Respect the law, and you'll have
Okay, I gotta go find my mount. I'm hoping that they're in the stables back at Solitude, so I guess we're fast traveling back to Solitude. Yay, there's our reindeer. Okay, no, I don't know if it will reset already, but we're gonna try it. We'll pop in the inn again and see if we get another duelist in there. wait here this time.
Respect the law, and you'll have no trouble.
Using these insults are so nice. Oh, they're so much fun. I'm so glad that we ended up pursuing that. Let's see, are you the same guy?
We are at an impasse.
Oh yeah, same guy.
But no need for disappointment. For our exchange
Mind you don't
was a
cross
testament to
classes.
Okay. All right.
Don't
let's
start any
let's kick
trouble,
on our
right?
tunes.
We'll get along just fine.
All right, we need a little bit north and then a lot west. I think there's something of a path over there. There we go. Road. Alright, let's check the map. Oh yeah, should be a nice path over there. Uh-oh. We're in combat. Oh, behind you guys. Behind you. Why aren't you guys fighting? Do I need to get in on this? Take down the troll. There we go. I just didn't have to pull out my weapon apparently. Get that troll. Let's get some healing. Alright, do I have a shout that I can actually use during this without messing up my people? What do I got for shouts? I need to get one that's like not so dangerous to use. Yeah, that's only gonna help me. Nope, we get ourselves a little. Get out of here! Get out of here! Are you friend or foe? Friend or foe?
I'm on a pilgrimage to the shrine of Azura, the goddess of twilight. If you'll excuse me.
Okay, you're lucky.
In the mountains to the northeast. I'll mark it on your map.
Hey, that's where we're headed. Okay, let's get back to our loot. Loot for travel, flute for battle. How much do we get a mount in Bard's College? I missed this. No, this is a Creation Club thing. I think it comes with the Anniversary Edition now. I had no idea. I found it randomly and decided that it fit so nicely with my character. Alright, what is this over here? Oh, Valerian's already ready for me. We find Wolf Skull Cave. This looks like we're close to a standing stone over here too. Alright, who's this squad? We got bandits here. Oh, interesting. They're set up like, what do you call it? Gunners in Fallout 4, where they're not actually attacking. They're just warning me.
I'm warning you. Back off. Close enough. Good. Never
Take them down, Lydia. And reindeer. Wait, look at this. I'm inspiring the them as well. They must have some weird what do you call it? Alright, we need to not do that then. We need to not be helping them. They must have some weird faction that's causing them to be marked as our ally. Oh no! Every time with the Warhammers, I get one shot. I need to remember that. I see someone with a Warhammer, I run away. How far back did that
Respect
set
the
us
law,
up?
and you'll have no trouble.
Okay, not too far back at all, because I was just in this inn. Oh. I think on camera I have died 5 times in this playthrough, and I think 3 or 4 of them are all from a Warhammer. Alright, let's get our loot on. Wait, did we lose our map marker? Yes, we did. Nope, it's still there. Okay. Oh, I'm heading the wrong way, that's why I didn't see it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Called Saturnalia. Yeah, I think it's over by Dawnstar. That's where I found it. I don't know if it's a set location or if it's random. I think it's set location. But you find a little camp with a guy who has it, and then you can buy it from him. I think it was 1,500 gold. What do we got here?
Hello there, fellow traveler. One itinerant minstrel and wandering wastrel at your service.
Nothing to
The
say?
life
There we
of
go.
adventure and song
Oh,
is the life
hello.
Ah, well, after a little incident with a roguish lad and the daughter of a prominent thane, well, let's just say best not.
Oh, come on.
Afraid not. But if you're serious about sharpening that tongue, you might try the Bard's College in Solitude.
Thanks, buddy.
Why, to perform for my common man, of course.
Fellow Bard.
Why should only the courts and inns of wealthy towns be given the gift of music? For a generous fellow traveler. But of course, what would you like to hear? Ysmir's blessing on you. This one's a favorite of mine. A legend we all know.
Oh, you know what would be a cool thing I'm going to put on our Trello?
Our hero claims a
If we could make it so that
warrior's
anytime you request someone sing this, your character has an instrument out, they would start playing that song along with them. That would be such a, just like a little silly minor thing that would be a cool moment.
The dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes.
Thanks, buddy. That's enough. You can stop.
Where the dragonborn comes.
Oh, we need to go westward. He's just gonna chill there and sing. I appreciate that. He's gonna honor his transaction. Alright, I feel like somewhere we missed our road that we were on before. Uh-oh. What did we find? Oh, we found spiders. Let's dismount. Take them down. Battle flute, go. Get them, reindeer. You're no match for my reindeer. Wait, why is the spider? There's something buggy about this. The spider was getting the thing too, and that's definitely not going to be in the same faction. Very odd. I will bring this up team. I believe if you open hand punch him, he will shut up, but not sure if he has tolerance or just gets pissed off instantly. Does the mount get inspired? I don't think so anymore. I think they did at one point, and then I commented that it looked silly, so it ended up getting taken away. Alright, back on the road. Okay, here is our stop. I'm hoping we can get a word wall or something. Alright, let's dismount. Alright, then it is time. Alright. Take these guys out.
Go speed!
Oh, I think I killed the other guy. Fantastic. Oh, still another one over there. Miko's trying to get him. Oh, we need healing hands. Gotta save our dog. Got your back, Miko. You don't have a warhammer, so you stand no chance. Okay, so there. We made it. Alright guys, I gotta take care of some more work tonight before I go to bed. So thank you guys all for joining me. I shall be back Wednesday with some more Chapter 3. We're coming close to the end of that. My SS2 playthrough. I don't know what we're going to do next on that. We'll figure that out. I've got some rough ideas. I got some ideas for future stream stuff. But thank you guys for joining me tonight through the stream difficulties. Hopefully those are over and we'll be able to get back to streaming on YouTube and Twitch later in the week. Have a good night. We'll catch you guys later.